This is over 100 details you missed from a GTA 6 trailer, from just the characters to the vehicles to all the tiny details and technical aspects of trailer number 2. This is going to be a long one, so sit back and grab a snack because this is going to be a long video. So here we have the first scene, iconic already, and the first thing you see over here is a sign for Hamlet. Now this is actually a huge reference to Homestead. That is what the city is based off of in GTA 6. We already know a lot about it, saw a lot of gameplay clips from leaked clips we saw. So that's going to be a major part of the storyline, and what I'm thinking is the start of the storyline as well. We also see Brian's Marina over here. This is a huge part of the storyline as well that we see again later on in the trailer. So you're going to have a lot of missions, side missions, maybe even a whole business of revolving around Brian's Marina over here. And we assume Jason's house is maybe this one, somewhere around here, maybe even the other side. We also see one thing flying in the air over here, and this is a surveillance aircraft called Fat Albert in real life. Tethered Aerostrat Radar System, that is exactly the name of it. And it's most commonly, back in the day, used in Florida to surveillance the waters. Anyone trying to smuggle in stuff, illegal boats coming into Florida, that is what it was used for. Let's resume here. A lot of animals. Okay, first thing right here, iguana. Look, we have a lot of animals already confirmed in GTA 6. Number 1 iguana right here. And this is not the first time we see them. Wait, is the iguana wearing is it wearing a t-shirt? And this is Jason's house. Taking a closer look at the actual ladder when he takes a step, it moves, it wobbles perfectly when he takes the exact step, left to right. That is chef's kiss.
What you doing up there? I'm just fixing some leaks. Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Well, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
Okay, so this is introducing you to Brian Header. Let's go over to Rockstar Games website. Here we have a whole info section about him. Brian's a classic drug runner from the golden age of smuggling in the Keys, still moving product through his boatyard, which we just saw. With his third wife, Lori, Brian's been around long enough to let others do his dirty work, which is exactly how he introduces himself. Right here, asking Brian to do his dirty work for him, you know? And of course you have Jason saying, hey, I'm just fixing some leaks. You guys know that reference from 2022. All the leaked video clips, of course. Now, this is his vehicle, a blue Vapid vehicle. It looks to be new. You guys know I made a video on all the GTA 6 vehicles we found in trailer number 2 and the new screenshots. 100 plus of them. But yeah, his house, it actually goes under construction over time. You see him fixing it, but he is literally fixing his house. See this part in this trailer? There's going to be another part later on where it's going to progress through the story mode. So you're going to see his house go from what assumes to be flooded and wrecked after a major hurricane, which we're also going to see, to him actually fixing it and repairing it, which is amazing to see. Kind of like RDR2.
What you doing up there?
Now this is, of course, the Vapid car, and that even says it right here, the car. I won't point out all the vehicles like I did in that video, but I'll point out the major ones. Of course, Vapid being Ford. And yeah, you see, and just look, hold on, whoa, we gotta slow this down. Look at the muscles on Jason's body move. This is, I don't think any game, even RDR2, had this in-depth character design. Look at this. That is insane. Now, if you look closely in the background, you see a raccoon going through his trash. Take a closer look at this. Yeah, he's just going through trash. If this actually happens in the game, maybe you could go knock down the trash can to get the raccoon off. And over here, Michael's boat. That is hilarious. But I believe it's very possible to be a reference directly from Rockstar, not accident at all. You guys know how much effort Rockstar puts into these videos, trailers, screenshots. You guys know they added this on purpose. It even looks exactly like it. Even Ned Luke himself made references on that. And he goes into his house and you see it's under construction. You see ladders, kind of the roof, so he is actively repairing it. You hear how the woman's voice goes from over here to over here. That is insane sound design. Just there's nothing like it, at least on YouTube. But oh my god, that is amazing. And of course, the pink penumbra in the background. I think he even has paw prints on it, which is really cute. His tattoo also, army tattoo. So was Jason actually an army police officer? We're gonna have to wait to find that out. People are very split on that, so I'm not gonna say anything else about that. But now we see Jason's watch a lot of times in this trailer, and it's actually real time. Like it adjusts the time over the GTA 6 trailer in different scenes. So the watch is actually could be kind of accurate, and you could tell what time it is. Just go in first person, check your hand. Yeah, that's what time it is. No need to pull out the phone, anyways. This part right here is gameplay. You seeing right here him slapping him, robbing the place? It is gameplay. And he slaps the register open like this. Yeah, you're gonna be doing that in real life. You guys know Jason's gonna have some special abilities for robberies. Deadeye, kind of a system like Deadeye, but for valuables. And this right here, you see, let's rewind this. In the background, it's for a split second. They really hit this. You can see a map. Now, some people are saying this is the GTA 6 map. It looks massive. There's a big desert-ish area, or maybe that's a flag right there. That is probably most likely the GTA 6 map, if it is. So yeah, you'll see a lot of these posts on X and everything that people are saying this is a GTA 6 map, but it is nothing confirmed. It could be even just a little island or something, maybe the keys. So just keep that in mind. Right here is where you can see this. Here's a closer look at the dollar bills. On the $10 bill, we have the president from RDR2. Alfred McIlist. I probably mispronounced that a lot, but you also have President Harden on another dollar bill in the club. So lots of RDR2 references on the dollar bills. Now this location is actually just right underneath the airport. The airport should be somewhere over in this area. You take the highway over here. I did find this location when I showcased the in real life locations. Vice City International Airport. Now this right here, of course, a sea shark, a bison pickup truck, and looks to be another vapid truck, or maybe an old bison. And of course, a coquette in the background, the blue one. Looks to be one of the fairly newish ones we see in GTA Online. So kind of northwest of the airport, definitely outside of downtown Vice City. You see we are actually kind of heading to more downtown-ish areas over here. And you got Peacock Bay over to the right. You also got the airplane that flies overhead, and the next scene, Jason lifted some weights, muscle man, and you see guys, he has an AirPod in. We see this a lot. We see Lucia wearing one, Jason right here, so everything's leading to that. You might be able to listen to music with AirPods just walking on the street. That would be a huge improvement. In the two screenshots, you have Lucia having AirPods in her ear. This will make sense from Rockstar to allow us to listen to music even whenever we wanted to. Chilling in the pool here with her AirPods in again. They're definitely putting a highlight on it, kind of. So imagine listening to your own music you add in on your AirPods in GTA 6 while lifting some weights. You have the 10... Oh my, this guy is just buffed up. So yeah, even Lucia works out. So you expect working out would be a huge part. Maybe some body transformation. You could gain some weight like a GTA San Andreas, gain some weight. Maybe make your character buff like Jason is throughout this whole trailer. But character customization looks to be a big thing returning in GTA 6. And this is, of course, Vice City Beach right here. Iconic hotels in the background. You even see some other people working out over here. So you're not going to be the only one. There's going to be other people around you working out. See a girls checking them out. But first, our second animal, well, except the birds, a cat. Oh, so excited for the animals. You got some Patriot beer returning, iconic in the series. Now we're gonna walk out this door and you see someone outside begging for change. Now, Jason just walks past us, you know? Jason's like, okay, sure. Maybe another day, but you guys forget the honor system in RDR2. No one's talking about this in GTA 6 except for me. I think honor system is gonna be coming back, of course. Why wouldn't it? And this is just a thing. Hey, if you donate to him, you get a little honor increase. If you don't, maybe nothing happens. Not too big of a deal. But you have the chance to increase your honor anywhere, really. Any circumstances, any mini side event in the game, you can increase or decrease your honor system. Of course, you have some redwood right here. What else do you have? Some more beer brands, of course. And again, Jason's vehicle right here in the blue. Now, as he walks out, you can see his car is actually different. You see, it's halfway painted. Only the front, the side is still blue, but he's upgrading his vehicle over time, it looks like, piece by piece. So it's very interesting that we're not going to be taking this and just repainting it at Vice City Customs. He's doing this throughout the story. So very interesting. And he is wearing his Lenota Marine Center. He wears this shirt a lot in the game. Maybe it's his default shirt, but so you see him wearing this a lot. So maybe he's connected in it in some way. Maybe it's the thing he does on the side, maybe a side business. But you see him wear this shirt a lot. This, of course, is in the Swamplands. You see the alligator, and hunting is going to be back in a major way. The swamp boat right here. Look at all the animals. You have a cougar, some deer. Cougar obviously hunting the deer right here. Man, this is going to be in-depth. You thought RDR2 was crazy with the hunting system. GTA 6 is going to take a step up, and it's a GTA game, okay? Man, and you see here the NPCs hunting. Probably going to be a side mission we're going to be able to do with some hillbillies, of course. You guys know how Rockstar does it. Some more activities in the game will include kayaking, pool, dirt biking, clubbing, of course, driving, fishing, hunting, martial arts, like we saw with Lucia, shopping stores, Vice City Art Center, Vice City Transit System, plane flying, and basketball, working out, and so much more we probably don't even know of yet. Also, at the end of the GTA 6 website, you see this scene right here. Lucia Jason closing the trunk on us, coming May 26, 2026. That is actually a reference to Vice City, one of the last final missions when you protect your mansion. This is a direct reference when Tommy and Lance is closing the trunk, grabbing the weapons out of it. Over here, next scene, this is little Haiti, of course, coming back. A Vapid police interceptor right here, another undercover one. Kind of a more run-down side of town, police abusing people. But again, maybe there's going to be an honor system here. Maybe you could actually intervene in this. Who knows? You could just be able to stop, take out the police officer, maybe help this guy out, or take the police aside. Who knows? And again, just so in-depth the police system looks to be. Other screenshots as well as the trailer, you see the police actually interacting with the NPCs. This is going to be so in-depth. Here we have the prison scene, some watchguard towers. Of course, you're going to be getting lit up if you try to enter this place. This scene is actually a huge improvement because the prison cell gates, they are actually 3D geometry. They're not 2D in like in GTA 5 anymore or RDR2. They're actually 3D. You can see the shadows, the different sides when the gate opens. Yeah, huge improvement. I don't think a lot of people would notice that, but the more you look at it, the more it's just, you could see how the angles change, going from the bottom to the top. It's 3D now. And here we have the security guard, Jason. Again, wearing the same shirt throughout this whole scene.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I've seen you here before.
Has he? Here we have our first look at Lucia. So we know Lucia in the story is going to be getting out of prison. We don't know when. Maybe she's in prison when we first start the game. Maybe she goes to prison a little bit after we start. But this could be a major turning point in the storyline. Lucia tries to stay clean. Jason, on the other hand, kind of brings her back into the life of crime. Grand Theft Auto. Lucia Caminos. Lucia's father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk. Life had been coming at her swinging ever since, fighting for her family landed her in the Lenora Penitentiary. Sheer luck got her out. Lucia's learned her lesson. Only smart moves from here. More than anything, Lucia wants the good life her mom has always dreamed of since their days in Liberty City. But instead of half-baked fantasies, Lucia is prepared to take matters into her own hands. So first, Liberty City. This is not the only time they mention Liberty City, and we get an Easter egg of it. We'll see in a little bit. But Liberty City making some moves in GTA 6. And here, this is just so interesting. A life with Jason could be her way out. Fresh start out of prison and ready to change the odds in her favor, Lucia is committed to her plan no matter what it takes. You see a kind of an honor system forming already, maybe even split storylines, because you see, they are hinting at it with everything. You go back up to Jason, you have two sides here. Two sides to pick from. Another Day in Paradise, right? Or immediately Lucia could be the best or worst thing to ever happen to him, you know? So they're definitely hitting at splitting storylines. While you play as Lucia, will you choose the more chaotic side, the right side, with her with a weapon, kind of looking sweaty, maybe in some action, or the left side, maybe more chilled down, calm, going to parties, events, going hang out with her friends, or the life with Jason, chaos. Lucia Caminos also played the casino dealer. She isn't credited at all, but we know she plays it because she speaks on it in the interview that she didn't know what she was voicing lines for. She just had to go play as a casino person, and now she knew just at the very end of recording for them that this was her role, so she had no idea. Ooh, yeah, you guys know how this part goes. Just looking at the scenes here. MP5 first right here, Lucia looking to be some sort of heist Lucy and Jason both are in. Going forward a little bit. The SNB Sinfronta National Bank. This would be a new bank. We're going to be having a Vice City creating a heist with it. And here is Jason, another MP5 with the scope, so definitely customizable weapons, of course. Now, this is actually the same bank that you can see in this clip right here with Raul Batista's profile about section over here on the game website. He looks to be some experienced heist person that we come across. Confidence, charm, and cunning. Raw's a seasoned bank robber, always on the hunt for talent, ready to take the risks that bring the biggest reward. So he's probably going to come in contact with Lucia or Jason, have them on their team for this heist at the bank. You can see Lucia in the background, and this is Raul right here. Life is full of surprises, my friend. Life is full of surprises, my friend. I think we would all be wise to remember that. You see a bank off in the distance, handgun right there, lots of money. This guy is going to be a major part in the storyline. And this looks to be the vehicle we saw before, the same, what is it? Mustang? Oh my god. Here we have a Mexican beer, so definitely Lucia might be having some, Lucia might be introducing us to some new drinks, you know, South American drinks. Jason, on the other hand, you saw him walk out with Patriot beer earlier, so looks like Lucia is going to have her own tastes of foods, drinks, activities to do. Again, you guys see Jason's watch on his wrist. Now here is a fishing boat called the Dinka Predator, it looks like. 300 V6, gotta be fast. And look at the water's reflections on the docks. Do you guys see that? The shadowing is insane, like nothing I've ever seen before. This again looks to be near the Keys, kind of. Maybe somewhere near Jason lives, maybe by the marina. And here you have the yachts out in the distance. Hopefully that we could actually drive one of these. Some more little fishing boats. Probably that dinka we just saw right there. Some sea sharks. This is, of course, a little island beach here. So you have the poles. People can park their boats, get out, party. Maybe we could even get out and just walk in the beach. You know, maybe go grab a drink over here or something. See what's going on. Maybe some side missions. But Jason and Lucy just have a good time. I cannot wait to see their relationship form in GTA 6. And here is Brian's Boatworks and Marina, a huge part of the storyline. Go have some business activities. You see them loading up the boat with what you can only assume is some special goods, you know? Special goods you might deliver to maybe South America, Cuba. And the Sea-Doo plane right here does what you need it to do, you know, lands on water and land. Small areas, maybe some forested areas. You see another boat getting worked on over here. And one of the huge dock cranes right here. I don't know what it's doing right here. Maybe we are actually on the water. We have like, you have missions with this, but this looks to be a pretty in-depth boatyard. And here we have Lucia working as public service. Assuming after she got out of prison, she had to do this. And you see she's actually wearing an ankle bracelet to be watched for the police to make sure she's not running away. You can see this in more clips. This person right here wearing one. So we're going to see that come into effect when she does take off in a few clips from now. But just imagine, hey, next mission, go pick up some trash, you know, go pick up some trash. I mean, you are going to have the smallest missions ever, and I just cannot wait for stuff like this. And she also changed her hair quite a bit, so very different compared to what we've seen so far. Here we have inside of Jason's house. Again, some open frames. Doesn't look to be that bad, actually. Maybe this is way past after the construction got finished. But you see, he has a pet snake. That's pretty cute. Both of them have a pet snake. We love to see that. Again, different hair. Jason still rocking the same old hair. Same watch still. I don't think he ever takes that off. Now, this necklace Lucia is wearing is actually a reference to Better Call Saul, the TV show. He wears the same punching glove necklace in the show. So that's very small detail for Rockstar. But you guys know Rockstar loves their TV shows history, so they're 100% could be making more references like this. So she does say this place is just a start for us. So assuming you have multiple safe houses, get much bigger houses, of course, in GTA fashion. Maybe even Tommy's old mansion, Tommy Vercetti. But yeah, you just see more of the storm damage in the background. Repairing still going on at his house. And this right here is Kale Hampton. Kind of the Lester. He even sounds like Lester. Maybe you guys know Lester voices multiple characters in GTA Online. Not just Lester. He also voices LJT, someone else, or of course disguised, and even kind of references that he's Lester in some of the phone calls. Maybe this is actually the same voice actor. That'll be hilarious if it is. But Kale Hampton, of course, the Lester of GTA 6. What if everything on the internet was true? Jason's friend and fellow associate of Brian's, Kale, feels safest hanging at home, snooping on the Coast Guard comms with a few beers and some private browser tabs open. There are way too many birds flying around in perfect formation, so obviously the Lester, I mean, this iconic picture right here. Cal is at the low tide of America and happy there. Casual paranoia, loves company, but his friend Jason has bigger plans. And this scene right here, a lot to take in. Number one, Hurricane Roxy was this strong. So probably gonna give a percentage or something, but Hurricane Roxy definitely appears to be the thing that kind of destroyed Jason's home a bit. So this could be like a huge part of the storyline. You see they have a sign about it here. Of course, Florida famous for hurricanes. Monday to Friday, happy hour. You have some of the brands too, Pisswasser, Stronzo. This was the beer they had in Lucia and Jason's hand, Pindejo. And some license plates too. You have Leonota. I think you also have Liberty City up here somewhere, Leonota Voice. But here you have Lucia and Jason. Why do they look so... Is that even Jason? Why do they look so different? Of course you have Kel right here. Take a closer look at some license plate. We have the Leonota license plate over here. We also have Gloriana, which is the in-game version of Georgia. We know that's going to be a pretty good part of the story. You have some references to it, even places that look like it. So people are kind of thinking maybe Georgia is actually a part of the game somehow. Maybe a tiny bit at the top of the map that we're going to be able to go into Georgia or Gloriana. You also have the US government license plate, NWT V5 Vice Beach Police. Little attention to detail right there. Fish, hamburgers, just a whole community restaurant. I love the NPC atmosphere here. And Lucia taking Jason. Jason looks out of it, but they're gonna have a good time. Ooh, dude, just look at the dress. Don't cover that up. Just look at the dress physics. Yeah, guys. Also, check out the hair physics on Lucia, especially during this scene right here. Huge upgrade. This was wanted for a long time in GTA Online from the female online characters, but now we finally have it. Just insane detail. Also, her earrings in this next scene too. Showing the physics of her earrings. Her hair even moves when the earrings moves, and the shadow right here. That is insane. Also, more clothing physics right here. The shirt moving along with the wind. Now, throughout the trailer, Jason's hair actually grows and shrinks. Let's start off with this screenshot. You see, pretty good length. Next screenshot, definitely more cut, more low-key, you know? Maybe also to change his appearance when the cops are looking for him. Move on to the next one. Definitely grown out, more relaxed, driving his boat on the keys. Looks like he's retired almost. Definitely more shaved down there. Next screenshot. This has to be more near of the beginning too. Definitely more shaved, almost no hair at all. Definitely shaving his neck area. But look at the muscles. Oh my god. Ooh. Looks like a rooftop bar here near downtown Vice City. You have some bikes in the background. Jason asking Lucia, we gotta do this. They're into the 9-9 club, if you want to call it that. Jason and Lucia. And this is where they're dancing. Now, if you guys remember, GTA 4, The Battle of Gay Tony, had a dancing minigame where you got points. Even GTA Online Nightclub DLC has it. So this might make a return in GTA 6. I don't know why it would, what service it would provide. Maybe get some extra RP for it. But maybe this is a little hint that, hey, you could actually dance manually with Lucia. You see the clothing reacts to the wind. It is insane detail, but clothing physics is hugely upgraded. Also, Jason's necklace while riding the bike is insane. You see Kale's shirt, you see Brian's shirt here. Lucia's shirt when getting out of prison when the wind hits her. Man, the detail. Hair physics and clothing physics are going to be one of the major improvements. Now this right here, he says, are you a Fed? And so, you know, people are thinking Jason might be an ex-cop, ex-military, so he's saying, yo, this guy Fed. And he doesn't really say it with a question. He's like, hey, this guy Fed? So maybe there is some background to Jason being an ex-police officer. He has that tattoos I referenced. So yeah, everything's adding up. We see some, what is that, Chinese, Japanese art. And this person right here, Daquan Priest, looks to be Jason's friend in this clip right here. He's kind of going to defend Jason. Daquan was always more of a hustler than a gangster, even when he was dealing on the streets to make ends meet. Breaking into music was the goal. So it appears to be some kind of DJ, music record label artist. Right here we have the Manatees, of course, football team. And he appears to have his own record label, broke off of a record label. Now that he's signed the real Dimes, Daquan's days of booking acts in Booby's strip club might be numbered as he sets his sights on the Vice City scene. And that brings us to our next character in the scene, Booby. Right here, Booby Ike. Looks to be a bad guy, muscles, probably a fighter, boxer of some kind. Club owner too. So we're probably gonna have some beef with Booby because we're buddies with Daquan. He's not gonna like Daquan anymore because he's off doing his own things. So we're probably gonna have some missions dealing with him. Booby is a local Vice City legend and acts like it, one of the few to transform his time in the streets to a legitimate empire spanning real estate, a strip club 9-9, possibly, and a recording studio. Booby's all smiles until it's time to talk business. Booby might seem like he's cut out for himself, but it's his partnership with the young aspiring music mogul Daquan, again, only for Raw Records, that he's most invested in now that they just need a hit. And we know that Daquan is going to leave him do his own thing, so we're going to have some drama go on with these two. And probably Jason being involved somehow. So here for a split second in the video, you have these few posters in the back here. Return my bike, something Pearl, and you see a new city over here that gets revealed, La Pearl. So that's some kind of La Pearl neighborhood, maybe around the docks or something like that, it sounds to be. Probably where this nightclub will be at. So maybe somewhere around Port Gellhorn area. But yeah, this location, the nightclub, could be a big location in the story. Now we have Jason and Lucia here escaping together, but you see, Lucia's ankle watch is gone. So she definitely cut it off. She's being dropped out the window. Maybe this is some kind of jail cell, but dropped out a window, police already on top of her. So she's looking to be escaping in this clip. You see her drop down over here. So they look to be on the run here. He says he has his name, address, everything. So they look to be on the run from the police, hiding out in some kind of shed over here with these two. And here are the police looking for them. Kind of the main police guy right here. And this is very interesting because we're going to be getting a lot of police cutscenes, action, it seems like. Listen to what he says.
We gotta protect each other.
Us cops, we gotta protect each other. This looks like his own cutscene, like we're almost playing as him. So we're gonna have a lot to do with this character right here and him chasing Jason and Lucia. Kind of the main antagonist of the game, kind of, it looks like. Jason shooting out of his car. Again, him just pointing out the window like this. You don't really have this in GTA 5. It was cut hanging from the window shooting, but apparently now you could actually hang out the window, which was cut from GTA 5. So a whole different aspect of PvP in GTA 6. We love to see that. And this does look to be the Gauntlet Hellfire we already have in GTA Online. Again, Rockstar kind of not backporting into GTA Online, but definitely using GTA 6 vehicles, the assets they're making for GTA 6, and putting them into GTA Online. So this girl right here is one part of Real Dimes, viral videos, viral hooks. Bay, Lux, and Roxy, aka Real Dimes, have been friends since high school. Girls with the savvy to turn their time shaking down local dealers into cold hard cash via spicy rap tracks and a relentless social media presence. So these two are going to be looking like they're going to be in a nightclub. Rappers, probably one part of the record labels we know about. An early hit single with local rapper Downplay took Real Dimes to new heights. Now after 5 years and a whole lot of trouble, they're assigned to only Raw Records, hoping lightning can strike twice. And here with one of their screenshots, we see a new Obey. Looks to be a Obey RS5 maybe, which we do not actually have in GTA 5. So this is going to be a brand new Obey, which I love my Audi in real life, so this is a great addition. And that girl's name is Roxy right there. So what's this other girl's name? Her name is going to be Bay Lux. Bay Lux. Also, I want to point out one more thing in this clip right here. Let's slow this down. You see in the background, the transit system, the train going outside of this transit station. You're going to be able to get on this and actually ride the train like you can do in GTA 4, but also in the GTA 5 little city mover, you could actually ride this train, possibly fast travel between the map because the map is going to be massive. We also saw that in the leaked gameplay clips as well, where Jason actually walks into this little indicator saying, hey, get on the train if you want to. You could actually walk inside of the train as well, manually, controlling Jason. So, train system is going to be a massive upgrade in GTA 6. Ooh, you got Jason. Starlit Motel right here. This I do think is the leaked gameplay clips we saw where Jason and Lucia was in a hotel hiding out, and you just have all out chaos happening. So apparently this is near the end of their stay at the hotel, obviously. But the hotel, probably that we're going to be spending quite a while in. And this does look to be somewhere near Ambrosia, maybe Port Gellhorn area. You see a destroyed baller in the background right here. The baller, an iconic car in the GTA series. And Lucia just boxing, working out boxing is going to be a huge thing. And and I feel like we're going to be able to level these skills up to an extent we never got before. You know what, Sandra, we had the bar, improve your skill. There you go. I think it's going to be way more in depth, especially with Lucia and boxing, fighting. I think you're going to be able to unlock new moves, better health, better stamina, the more you practice with her in this fighting arena. You know, this just looks like another day, not saving for the cops or anything, just another day being Lucia, going to fight at the boxing ring. That's all it looks like. She already has insane combat, so Gonna be excited to see how they actually do this. It looks like you have some machines, people watch you, probably get some money, put some bets on yourself to win. And here you go again. You see Jason's house in the background being worked on. Bunch of paint at the top, tear down walls, lots of deforming ceiling right here. Lucia, again, different, what is this, the 10th different hairstyle for Lucia in this one trailer? So, a lot of stuff going on here. Port Galehorn International t-shirt. And this right here, Police Buffalo STX, it looks like. Of course, the classic riot van. And Lucia shooting out a grenade launcher in the back of SUV here. And just the explosions are so in-depth. The explosions are perfected. Also, in this clip, the shockwave from the Buffalo being destroyed, it doesn't impact the riot van at all. The riot van is actually armored, barely moves, just wobbles a tiny bit to see, hey, there's explosion XP, but it's still coming after you. Those things are going to be beefed up. So here we have this little cutscene with Jason and this person right here. But he's wearing a Vice City Manatee shirt, which is their own little football team based off of the Dolphins, I think it is. Also, you do have a dog in the background over here. Just being so good, just sitting there. Also, some NPCs working out over here. Working out is a huge thing in Vice City. Of course, Miami. The health aspect around Miami is just insane if you guys never been there before. The overall outdoors lifestyle. And also for a split second, you see what looks to be either a Akuma or Baddie. Again, those two probably most basic bikes in GTA 5 make a return in Vice City. And this, it has to be like a cargo plane, right? It has to be either like some sort of new Titan or something, but you see, that is not Lucia. People have been thinking, hey, this is Lucia, but she's much more muscular. And she is actually attacking Lucia right here. You see Lucia with the vest on. So this has to be at some point she's doing her community service and gets on a plane somehow. But yeah, in a newish Titan, getting attacked on this mission is just gonna be crazy. It looks to be near downtown, definitely near Vice City Beach. And here we just Fast and Furious, straight out of the Fast and Furious vault heist. That is exactly what's happening in the Bravado Bison, upgraded Bison it looks like. And yeah, this mission is going to be insane. Definitely 100% a major heist in the story mode. And just look at the particles. Look at the light particles as the steel hits the cement. That is insane detail. And look at the tree in the back lit up. And again, just using the trailer hitch on the back. These are going to be usable. We don't know if it's going to be a GTA 5 where we can just hook on to random stuff. But I think we're going to be able to hook on more than just jet skis like we did in GTA 5. You could, of course, hook on to boats you find on the street. You're going to be hooking up to a lot of other items. Maybe even some creative ways to, like, get stuff out of the way to access secret areas. Maybe you have to move something to access a little alleyway. That's going to be huge. And of course, this heist is going to be massive. Vice City, baby! Look at Jason and Lucia. So this guy does appear in more clips, so he's probably going to be a major side character we know about. Here is, of course, the iconic street. So this one being a benefactor BMW, this, of course, being a Lamborghini. You also have the Banshee and Fister Comet over here. Also a Bravado Gauntlet. And the Dominion Hotel. This looks to be a major featured location in this clip. So something going on here. Does it look like it's enterable? I don't know if this one looks like it. What about these other ones? Maybe this one over here? Oh yeah, this one is this one the one in Vice City? Also, all of these look to have actual NPCs on the rooftop. Hopefully that is in the game. You could just go inside, get on the rooftop, explore a little bit. Hopefully that does mean that is enterable. And everyone is basically on their phone recording. Social media is going to be a huge thing in GTA 6. We already know by the first trailer, but this is just confirming it. Her recording these people in the BMW. This guy recording these two girls. Next scene, we have topless clubbers over here. This person 100% topless. These two don't appear to be, but this one definitely is. You can see a tattoo on her back right there. Maybe this one as well. So yeah, you guys know GTA 6 could go crazier than ever before. And just dancing out. This looks to be a cutscene, if I'm not gonna lie. Enter buildings, looks like. And she is too, yeah. So the main highlight of this scene right here, topless, yeah. The Sinful Sundays. So this club has a little promotion on Sundays where they get a little sinful. You guys know how it is. And let's take a close-up of the money. They actually have some references of Red Dead Redemption 2 on the dollar bills, which is kind of cool to see. Definitely referencing RDR2, and they did do that in GTA 5, I believe, too. They had some references to Red Dead Redemption. So the universe is kind of connected a little bit. Okay, here is a very cool reference for you guys who like Vice City. People are saying this might be Phil Cassidy from Vice City. We had some side missions with him, and so maybe he's back somehow. Maybe they revamped him, or maybe this is just a commercial, but in some way, Phil Cassidy is kind of back, or just a very, very close reference to him for this commercial. You also have a PlayStation controller, a PS5 console over here. This has a lot of people saying maybe they might do some promotions with Sony and PlayStation, which makes sense. They did that with GTA 5, RDR2. I was kind of expecting Xbox to get it this year, but maybe this is just confirming that they are going the more PlayStation route, or of course, maybe it's just a reference. But interesting to see the PlayStation. Mom says we have PlayStation 5 at home. This is the PlayStation 5. And just looking at the ray trace reflections, this 100% shows it. You can see the background. Oh, that is just beautiful. You even see the bubbles inside of the beer bottle. How much detail is in this? Look at the light when it hits the beer can, and the light going through the can being all distorted. That is good stuff. That is good stuff we'd love to see. You even have some jandals on the side sitting right here. Looks to be an assault rifle, maybe a MP4 type of weapon right here. This one, of course, the Combat MG making a return. Looks like he has an upgraded magazine on it, though. So for you guys who are interested in all the weapons, upgraded magazine, of course. And here, Phil's ammunition. And here we have the inside of their house again. And look, it's still changing. You know, this part is more done, more completed, renovated. This part is still being worked on. Over here, definitely looks more done. The ceiling. Of course, update on their snake. The snake is still there. Again, inside of Jason's house, we have PS5 controller. Some more beer, and Jason laying on the couch. Lucia, again, coming back from her service duty. So that, again, is just going to be a common occurrence in GTA 6. We're going to have to be doing service duty as Lucia for a few missions. And here we have the Buzzard with an upgraded mounted MG on the Buzzard. So that's new. Some more swamp boats. This does look to be the more Ambrosia type of area. Swamplands almost. And here we have the swamp boat. We're going to learn more about this in the screenshots, that we actually have the name for it. And yes, that is Jason driving the Buzzard. So here we have the scene with the jet ski, Jason and Lucia on the Sea-Doo. We have some interesting things to point out here. We have the yacht right here. Again, hopefully we could drive these. We saw them driving in one scene in trailer number 1, and that's all we saw so far. So maybe that's cut, something. Maybe first cutscenes only, but hopefully we do get to actually drive these this time. We have the Swift up here. Already in GTA 5, the Swift, maybe Swift Deluxe. 100% about that. Looks to be maybe South Vice City. You do have some crazy insane mansions on this side, so definitely leaning towards the south of downtown Vice City. Maybe even north to where all those crazy mansions are at. Another boat right here. Jason on his bike. Again, Sea-Doo up at the top. This next scene with Lucia hopping onto the back of the truck to steal the vehicle. We have a Liberty City plate. Now we know Lucia is actually from Liberty City, but how much of Liberty City will actually be featured in GTA 6? Maybe this... Okay, no, this mission is not actually in Vice City, but maybe we do get intro for Vice City. You know, Rockstar's tradition of starting off their games in, unique locations. RDR2, GTA 5 with North Yankton, GTA 4, GTA San Andreas, and Liberty City. But for now, we know that this truck is coming from Liberty City with the what assumes to be a rare vehicle that Lucia is very much interested in. So Lucia jumping in the back here. Her bike goes flying. And just look at the sparks right here. But this is 100% either a mission or a cutscene. Looks to be a new Lampadati, maybe. Lamborghini. Over here you have Megamundo Towers. And maybe enterable? But it just shows you how much work they put into these builds that we think, hey, this looks very much enterable. But maybe it's not, but it just shows how much work they're putting into even the buildings you can't walk into. Here we have the hotel. Again, I am saying this is the hotel that we saw in the leaked clips and a little bit earlier in the trailer with all the fires going on. This is definitely where we are going to be hiding out for a good part of the storyline while we're running away from the cops. Again, Lucia does not have her ankle bracelet on at all, so this is when she takes it off and we are hiding out away from the cops. Same bed again from the leaked gameplay clips. We have an old radio, so this is definitely a more run-down motel, you know, out of the outskirts of Townport, Gellhorn area. But it doesn't matter, we're still in love, we're still escaping together, trust. Here, this boat has to be a Lampadati Toro, another one of the boats we have on the yacht in GTA Online. Of course, upgraded. Shooting at a police helicopter, Vice City, Dale County, which is, of course, downtown. Here, looks to be Port Gellhorn. You see Gellhorn right here. You see Vice City, Dale County, so Vice City is going to be that way, follow the highway. So again, this is going to be more south of Vice City. We have Crossroads, maybe a little motel right there, park. This right here is an Astron Custom. I didn't see anyone point this out yet, but the headlights definitely match it. The light bar on the top, the wheels. Again, person hanging out of the window. I think this is going to be an actual feature in the game that we could actually do ourselves, hanging out the window. That again was cut from GTA 5. This has to be one of the keys, Draper Island, following 9 North. So this has to be one of the keys, Draper Island. And here we are as Jason and Lucia. So this scene is back to back. Jason on the motorcycle. He jumps into Lucia's vehicle. So you know you could do that in Red Dead Redemption 2 where you're riding a horse, you could jump onto a carriage riding next to you. You'll be able to do the same in GTA 6. Maybe jump from vehicle to vehicle. How insane would that be? I don't think this is just for a mission. I think this is a real mechanic that you could just do whenever you really want to. Maybe this is a good way to steal vehicles. Maybe someone's riding next to you in a good looking car, you're on a bike, jump into the window, take the vehicle. We have Watkins Auto Parts, probably just a little side business, but you also have a phone number. Now what's interesting, I didn't point this out yet, but the phone numbers actually match in real life Florida phone numbers. Of course, the middle ones are 555, which no one actually uses in real life, I don't think, in Florida. So that's just some attention to detail from Rockstar. Again, Kale right here saying, hook me up if you got friends. But look at this yacht in the background being worked on. Tell me, we are actually working on this yacht for ourselves. Tell me, come on. That should be it. Over here you have X Oil that is already a common brand in GTA 5. But this looks to be the boatyard marina we are in, Brian's marina. And we are working on a yacht, hopefully it is ours that we can actually drive after it gets finished. Here we have the final scene, just a standard NPC car. We have a biker in a dedicated biking lane. Attention to detail, realism, NPCs will actually use a biking lane. You have a boat going under the bridge right here. So tell me we could just park our boat right here, buy this $1 million house right here, park a boat, drive out to the ocean wherever we want to. And we also have a Speedo over here, standard NPC car. Probably based off of the Chevy Impala or something like that. Zooming out here, you have Vice City in the background. Maybe the northwest, of course, mega mansions. You have the rivers passing along the neighborhoods. Just look at the sunset going on. Look at the smoke lighting effects going on over here. That is insane lighting. Man, every single scene of this trailer, amazes me still after the 100th time of watching this for you guys. May 26, 2026. Now when will we get some new info? Maybe even trailer number 3? Who knows? I'm not, at least, at most up until October, maybe after. That's what I'm thinking. If you guys got this far into the video, probably like it, so leave a like and subscribe to see what video I make next.